Capítulo 1. The Empire's Invincible Confidence. June 4, 1942. U-5, 30 hours. IJN Akagi, 240 miles northwest of Midway Island. Admiral Chuichi Nagumo adjusted his binoculars while observing the pre-dawn Pacific horizon with strategic satisfaction. Confident that his mobile force of 4 fleet carriers possessed overwhelming superiority to eliminate American naval resistance and secure Japanese dominance across the Central Pacific. Another decisive victory awaits the Imperial Navy, Nagumo remarked to Captain Taijiro Aoki, while reviewing intelligence estimates indicating minimal American naval capability remaining after systematic losses throughout previous Pacific campaigns. Enemy carrier strength demonstrates inadequate capability for challenging combined fleet operations, while Japanese tactical coordination maintains overwhelming advantages. What Admiral Nagumo couldn't know was that cryptographers at Station HYPO had broken Japanese naval codes. Intelligence breakthrough that enabled Admiral Chester Nimitz to position 3 American carrier task forces precisely where combined fleet planning least expected overwhelming resistance that would transform Japanese confidence into catastrophic defeat. The mathematical reality was already being calculated in American operational centers that would coordinate the most devastating 6 minutes in naval aviation history. Task Force 16 and 17 carried 2/3 T-3 aircraft, while Japanese intelligence estimated only minimal American carrier presence capable of challenging systematic Japanese tactical superiority. Before we continue with this incredible story of how American intelligence and dive bomber courage shattered Japanese naval supremacy in 6 devastating minutes that changed the course of World War II, I want to invite you to join our community of military history enthusiasts. Please hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell. Your support helps us document these pivotal moments when intelligence, strategy, and heroism combine to alter the trajectory of history. If you're fascinated by how the Battle of Midway became the turning point of the Pacific War, give this video a thumbs up and share it with anyone who appreciates the decisive battles that shaped our world. Now, let's continue with this remarkable story. Japanese confidence in naval supremacy wasn't misplaced arrogance. It was strategic certainty based on systematic success that had demonstrated combined fleet superiority over American naval forces, while achieving territorial expansion that validated Japanese tactical doctrine through coordinated carrier aviation, exceeding Allied capability throughout Pacific operations. Vice Admiral Chuichi Nagumo had analyzed American capabilities with professional confidence. Enemy naval strength demonstrates systematic inadequacy while lacking coordination necessary for challenging Japanese carrier aviation. Combined fleet tactical superiority ensures decisive victory through overwhelming firepower and systematic coordination. The aircrew training supporting Japanese operations emphasized individual excellence and coordinated tactics that had achieved consistent success, while maintaining operational standards that combat experience validated through superior performance against American aviation throughout Pacific campaigns. Commander Minoru Genda, analyzing American naval potential, had identified systematic limitations that Japanese positioning exploited. Enemy forces demonstrate coordination deficiencies while lacking tactical capability against systematic Japanese aviation. Combined fleet advantages ensure victory through superior training and coordinated carrier operations. The aircraft production supporting Japanese carriers included adequate replacement capability that maintained squadron strength, while providing technological advancement that combat effectiveness had validated through superior performance against American aviation, lacking equivalent capability. As Admiral Nagumo completed his strategic assessment with systematic confidence in Japanese naval superiority, he embodied combined fleet doctrine that had achieved consistent tactical success, while considering American forces fundamentally inadequate for effective resistance against coordinated carrier aviation. The stage was set for devastating demonstration that American intelligence breakthrough and tactical coordination could transform Japanese advantages into systematic vulnerability through coordinated attacks that defensive planning couldn't anticipate. Capítulo 2. The Rising Sun's Pacific Dominance. Japanese naval supremacy wasn't theoretical strategic advantage. It was systematic operational reality demonstrated through 6 months of devastating success that had established combined fleet control across Pacific waters, while proving carrier aviation could achieve strategic objectives that traditional naval warfare couldn't accomplish against defended positions throughout vast oceanic distances. The statistical foundation supporting Japanese confidence included documented combined fleet effectiveness that had eliminated American Pacific Fleet battleship capability while achieving territorial expansion throughout Central Pacific that validated strategic planning assumptions about Japanese tactical superiority over Allied resistance. Emperor Hirohito, reviewing combined fleet operations during imperial briefings, had acknowledged systematic strategic success. Imperial Navy carrier aviation achieves territorial objectives while eliminating American naval capability that threatened Japanese expansion. Strategic coordination provides decisive advantages that enemy industrial capacity cannot overcome through conventional naval replacement. The territorial expansion supporting Japanese operations included systematic acquisition of strategic positions throughout Pacific that provided operational bases while eliminating American defensive capability necessary for sustained naval operations against Japanese-controlled waters, requiring extended logistical support. Admiral Isoroku Yamamoto had developed carrier tactics that maximized Japanese advantages. Combined fleet operations achieved systematic enemy elimination while maintaining tactical superiority that American naval construction cannot counter through individual ship replacement, lacking coordinated fleet capability, essential for Pacific operations requiring sustained combat effectiveness. The aircrew effectiveness supporting Japanese operations included systematic training that emphasized coordinated tactics, individual excellence, and tactical innovation that had proven superior to American capability, while maintaining operational standards that combat experience validated through consistent success. The strategic coordination governing Japanese carrier deployment included systematic fleet positioning that maximized territorial advantages while maintaining concentrated strength that American naval weakness couldn't challenge through scattered forces, requiring coordinated replacement impossible under industrial constraints. Vice Admiral Chuichi Nagumo, analyzing American recovery potential, had identified systematic limitations that Japanese positioning exploited. Enemy naval construction requires extended periods for achieving significant capability, while Japanese strategic advantages provide adequate tactical positioning that traditional American naval doctrine cannot overcome through conventional replacement methods. The intelligence capabilities available to Japanese forces included systematic assessment of American naval construction, while maintaining operational security through strategic positioning, that time constraints protected from effective challenge during American industrial recovery attempts. The tactical innovations developed by Japanese forces included coordinated carrier strikes, systematic target prioritization, and coordinated defensive measures that enabled optimal combat effectiveness, while maintaining tactical flexibility that American forces could encounter using conventional methods. The fuel logistics supporting Japanese operations included adequate petroleum allocation that enabled sustained Pacific operations, while maintaining strategic reserves necessary for continued carrier operations despite American industrial attempts at naval recovery through increased production. The communication systems supporting Japanese operations included coordinated fleet organization that enabled optimal tactical cooperation while maintaining situational awareness that maximized individual carrier effectiveness through systematic coordination during complex Pacific operations. By June 1942, Japanese carrier operations represented systematic Pacific control that had achieved strategic objectives through territorial expansion, while maintaining naval superiority that American industrial limitations supposedly prevented from effective challenge through traditional naval construction methods. What Japanese strategic planners couldn't anticipate was that American codebreaking capability had achieved intelligence breakthrough that would render tactical positioning obsolete when complete operational knowledge enabled coordinated attacks against exposed Japanese formations. Capítulo 3. The Codebreakers' Deadly Revelation, May 27, 1942, 1400 hours. Station HYPO, Pearl Harbor. Commander Joseph Rochefort completed his final decryption of Japanese naval communications, revealing Operation MI, complete combined fleet operational plans that exposed Admiral Nagumo's four-carrier task force approaching Midway with tactical positioning that American intelligence could exploit through coordinated ambush, impossible under normal circumstances. Japanese operational security has been completely compromised, Rochefort reported to Admiral Nimitz while analyzing intercepted communications documenting enemy force composition, approach routes, and timing that rendered Japanese strategic surprise obsolete. Combined Fleet believes they maintain tactical advantage, while our intelligence provides complete operational knowledge enabling coordinated counterattack against exposed enemy formations. The first systematic demonstration of intelligence warfare advantage began immediately, as American code-breaking achieved enemy operational knowledge that Japanese security couldn't protect, while enabling tactical positioning that would transform defensive response into coordinated offensive action against unprepared enemy forces. Admiral Nimitz, coordinating Pacific Fleet response, observed systematic intelligence advantages. Enemy operational plans provide tactical knowledge that eliminates their surprise advantages while enabling coordinated positioning against Japanese formations approaching according to compromised schedule that complete intelligence penetration has revealed. Systematically, the technological sophistication supporting American operations included cryptographic capability that achieved systematic enemy communications penetration while maintaining intelligence security that enabled tactical coordination impossible when facing enemy forces operating under complete operational exposure. Lieutenant Commander Edwin Layton, analyzing intelligence implications, documented revolutionary advantage. Japanese communications demonstrate complete operational exposure, while systematic cryptographic penetration provides tactical knowledge that enables coordinated American positioning against enemy formations approaching under compromised operational security. The tactical positioning that American intelligence enabled included coordinated task force deployment that maximized attack opportunity while maintaining concentrated strength against Japanese formations approaching, according to operational plans that intelligence breakthrough had completely revealed. Rear Admiral Raymond Spruance, commanding Task Force 16, observed systematic tactical preparation. Intelligence breakthrough eliminates enemy operational security while providing tactical knowledge that enables coordinated positioning against Japanese formations approaching under completely compromised planning that systematic penetration has exposed. The crew preparation supporting American operations included accelerated training that prepared air crews for immediate combat while maintaining operational readiness, essential for exploiting intelligence advantages that tactical coordination required during systematic attack against exposed enemy formations. The communication systems supporting American coordination enabled systematic tactical planning while maintaining operational security that protected intelligence sources through coordinated effort that maximized combat effectiveness against enemy forces operating under complete exposure. The strategic implications of intelligence breakthrough included systematic American tactical advantage that eliminated Japanese surprise while demonstrating cryptographic capability that rendered enemy operational planning obsolete when facing complete communications penetration. By early June 1942, American intelligence operations had achieved systematic enemy operational exposure while demonstrating cryptographic capability that rendered Japanese tactical planning obsolete through complete communications penetration that operational security couldn't protect. The codebreakers' deadly revelation had proven that intelligence breakthrough could eliminate enemy tactical advantages while providing American forces with complete operational knowledge that transformed defensive response into coordinated offensive action. Capítulo 4. The 6 Minutes That Shattered an Empire, June 4, 1942. 10-20 hours, 14,000 feet above the combined fleet. The systematic destruction began when Lieutenant Commander Wade McClusky's SBD Dauntless dive bombers achieved visual contact with Japanese carriers Akagi, Kaga, and Soryu, their flight decks crowded with refueling aircraft, presenting perfect targets for coordinated attack that would eliminate combined fleet carrier aviation in 6 devastating minutes that changed Pacific War trajectory permanently. 3 enemy carriers in sight, commencing coordinated dive bombing attack, McClusky radioed, as his 32 Dauntless bombers pushed over into near vertical dives, while Japanese fighters remained at sea level after engaging American torpedo squadrons. Enemy formations demonstrate complete tactical exposure, while systematic attack achieves optimal positioning against concentrated targets impossible to defend effectively. The mathematical precision was overwhelming and unprecedented. American dive bombers achieved perfect tactical coordination, while Japanese carriers faced systematic destruction through concentrated attacks that eliminated 4 fleet carriers, 248 aircraft, and over 110 veteran pilots, losses that rendered Japanese naval aviation strategically ineffective. Lieutenant Commander Maxwell Leslie, leading Enterprise dive bombers against Soryu, documented systematic Japanese tactical failure. Enemy carriers demonstrate complete defensive inadequacy while concentrated fuel and ammunition create optimal target conditions. Coordinated attack achieves systematic destruction through tactical coordination that defensive measures cannot counter effectively. The tactical coordination demonstrated by American operations included systematic dive bombing that achieved armor-piercing bomb penetration, while maintaining attack accuracy that eliminated Japanese carrier capability through concentrated strikes against vulnerable targets. During refueling operations, the strategic implications reached immediate conclusion when USS Yorktown aircraft achieved Soryu destruction, while Enterprise and Hornet bombers eliminated Akagi and Kaga through coordinated attacks that rendered Japanese carrier aviation capability strategically obsolete within 6 minutes. Captain Richard Best, achieving critical hits against Akagi, observed systematic destruction effectiveness. Enemy carrier operations demonstrate complete tactical failure, while coordinated American attacks eliminate Japanese aviation through systematic destruction that defensive coordination cannot counter when facing concentrated assault against exposed formations. The technological advantages supporting American operations included armor-piercing bombs that achieved consistent carrier penetration, while maintaining explosive capability adequate for eliminating Japanese aviation through systematic destruction of fuel and ammunition storage that defensive measures couldn't protect. The communication system supporting American coordination enabled systematic attack timing, while maintaining tactical cooperation that maximized individual squadron effectiveness through coordinated effort that achieved overwhelming concentration against Japanese defensive capabilities. The psychological impact on Japanese personnel included systematic recognition that American capability had achieved tactical coordination that defensive measures couldn't counter, while demonstrating aviation effectiveness that exceeded Japanese training through technological and tactical superiority. The aircraft losses suffered by Japanese forces included systematic elimination of veteran air crews while destroying replacement capability that sustained carrier operations essential for combined fleet effectiveness during continued Pacific operations requiring experienced personnel. The fuel implications of American success included systematic elimination of Japanese operational capability, while destroying aviation fuel reserves that sustained carrier operations essential for combined fleet effectiveness during Pacific operations requiring sustained combat capability. The strategic transformation achieved through 6-minute destruction included systematic elimination of Japanese carrier aviation, while demonstrating American tactical capability that rendered combined fleet advantages obsolete through coordinated attacks that defensive planning couldn't anticipate. By 10-26 hours, American dive bomber operations had achieved systematic combined fleet destruction, while demonstrating tactical coordination that eliminated Japanese naval aviation through concentrated attacks that rendered strategic planning obsolete through overwhelming tactical success. The 6 minutes that shattered an empire had proven that American tactical coordination could eliminate Japanese advantages while achieving destruction rates that rendered combined fleet capability strategically meaningless through systematic aviation elimination. Capítulo 5. The Dawn of American Pacific Supremacy, June 6, 1942. Combined Fleet Headquarters, Yamato. Admiral Isoroku Yamamoto reviewed catastrophic battle reports documenting the complete destruction of Japanese carrier supremacy. 4 fleet carriers lost, 248 aircraft destroyed, 110 veteran pilots killed, and systematic elimination of naval aviation capability that had dominated Pacific waters since Pearl Harbor through coordinated American attacks that rendered Japanese strategic planning obsolete. American tactical coordination achieved what we deemed impossible, Yamamoto reflected in operational assessments acknowledging combined fleet defeat. 6 minutes eliminated Japanese carrier aviation, while demonstrating American capability that strategic planning fundamentally underestimated through systematic confidence in tactical superiority that coordinated enemy attacks rendered completely obsolete. The final statistics documented systematic transformation that mathematics made undeniable. American dive bomber coordination had eliminated Japanese naval aviation, while achieving destruction rates that rendered combined fleet strategic objectives impossible through tactical losses that industrial capacity couldn't replace within operational timeframes. Admiral Chester Nimitz, analyzing Pacific Fleet victory, documented systematic American triumph. Midway operations achieved combined fleet elimination through intelligence coordination that rendered enemy advantages obsolete, while demonstrating tactical capability that systematic planning and coordinated execution could accomplish against superior numerical strength. The technological comparison revealed fundamental differences between Japanese tactical doctrine and American intelligence coordination integration that had proven decisive under combat conditions, where information warfare created tactical advantages that traditional naval excellence couldn't counter through conventional methods. Lieutenant Commander Wade McClusky, whose dive bombers had achieved systematic destruction, represented American tactical excellence. Coordinated attacks proved that intelligence integration could eliminate traditional advantages while achieving destruction rates that rendered enemy capability strategically meaningless through systematic tactical coordination exceeding conventional planning. The strategic transformation that resulted from combined fleet destruction included systematic American control of Pacific initiative, while Japanese forces acknowledged tactical inferiority that made sustained carrier operations impossible against overwhelming intelligence and coordination advantages. Commander Joseph Rochefort, whose code-breaking had enabled tactical positioning, provided definitive assessment. Intelligence breakthrough demonstrated that information warfare could eliminate tactical advantages while enabling coordinated attacks that achieved systematic destruction through knowledge that enemy operational security couldn't protect against cryptographic penetration. The psychological transformation within Japanese naval doctrine included systematic recognition that American capability had rendered traditional tactical planning obsolete, while acknowledging intelligence coordination integration that made conventional operational methods strategically ineffective. The Cold War implications became apparent as American intelligence coordination integration influenced post-war naval development, while establishing tactical principles that defined modern carrier warfare through systematic integration of information. Advantage with coordinated tactical execution. At the 1992 commemoration of Midway's 50th anniversary, surviving American and Japanese naval personnel met for historical reconciliation. Nagumo's former operations officer addressed 400 American veterans with professional respect. American intelligence coordination eliminated Japanese tactical advantages through systematic integration that rendered traditional planning obsolete. Your coordinated attacks achieved strategic transformation that conventional naval excellence couldn't counter when facing complete operational knowledge that cryptographic penetration had provided. The assembly stood in recognition that American intelligence coordination integration had accomplished strategic transformation through systematic tactical excellence that eliminated traditional advantages while demonstrating capability that redefined naval warfare through information advantage. The dawn was complete and irreversible, achieved through American demonstration that intelligence coordination could eliminate tactical advantages while creating systematic supremacy that rendered traditional planning obsolete through coordinated attacks exceeding conventional defensive capability. In the end, those 6 minutes weren't just tactical success. They represented systematic demonstration that American intelligence coordination integration could eliminate traditional advantages while proving information warfare could achieve strategic transformation through coordinated tactical excellence that conventional planning couldn't counter systematically. The dawn of American Pacific supremacy had indeed emerged through systematic proof that intelligence coordination could accomplish strategic transformation while demonstrating tactical capability that rendered traditional advantages obsolete through coordinated execution, exceeding conventional defensive planning and tactical response capability.